Hello, my name is Richard Payne. I'm the Assistant Marketing Manager for the Burnaby School District International Student Program. So the Burnaby School District encompasses the city of Burnaby and all the public schools within the city of Burnaby. So we have 8 secondary schools, grades 8 to 12, and 41 elementary schools, grades kindergarten to grade 7. The school district itself is as old as the city, established in 1906, and we have 24,000 learners in the district. We run a large international student program, and we've been doing it for a long time, and there's a lot of expertise and a lot of care. We have support in all of the schools, right from the vice principal to the international student assistant to a team of counselors and advisors. We have a fully comprehensive ESL program, so we can accept students at any level of English and bring them to full fluency and graduation. Burnaby School District is located in a very beautiful area right in the heart of Metro Vancouver. So just to the west of us is the city of Vancouver, to the east of us would be Coquitlam, to the south Surrey, and we are right in the middle. Vancouver area and the west coast has a very mild climate, which is very unique for Canada. It does not get that cold in the winter. It usually stays above 0. It rains a lot in the winter. It's very beautiful and green. Technically, it's a temperate rainforest zone. And it's nice and dry and warm in the summer. It's a beautiful area with ocean and mountains and lots to do, and a very clean and natural area. Being an urban area, we are also very, very convenient, which is extremely important to secondary students. So we have an excellent bus system, and we have a SkyTrain that runs right around, it loops around the city of Burnaby. So it takes about 20 minutes to get to downtown Vancouver on the SkyTrain. And the public transportation component is very, very important to secondary students because they will completely rely on that in Canada. They will not have their car or their motorbike in Canada. So that will allow them to access the city of Burnaby, which is very important. So we very much welcome you to the city of Burnaby. So in our graduate of 2022, our graduating class won over $7 million in scholarships to post-secondary institutions. Including international students, we have students going to the best universities in the world, including Harvard, Caltech, MIT. We have students that move on after us. They go east to Ontario, they might go to U of T or Waterloo. But most of the students, they really fall in love with where we are in Vancouver, and they will often go to Simon Fraser University or the University of British Columbia. So the options are really wide open to them after they graduate with a Burnaby BC Dogwood High School diploma. And our district actually has the largest advanced placement program in Canada. So for students that are highly academic and wish to pursue advanced credit while they are still in high school, Burnaby is the best place to do that. So this year in 2022, we have a lot of renewed interest after the pandemic. And before in 2019, we had a very, very large number of Vietnamese students. Burnaby is very popular with Vietnamese students. They really love it. During the pandemic, we didn't have many Vietnamese students coming in, but the ones that were already there stayed and successfully graduated. And now we are sort of rebuilding that. So at this time, we have about 75, 80 Vietnamese students, and we have students from all over the world, from Germany, from Italy, from Spain, Brazil, Mexico, Korea, Japan, China. So one thing that the Vietnamese students always tell me that they love is the diversity, not only within the international student program, but within our community in Burnaby. There are people from backgrounds from all over the world, and it's really a wonderful place to get a really diverse perspective and outlook and make all sorts of different friends. So Vietnamese students really love that in Burnaby. So these services is a really important aspect for international students. Our schools actually have a lot of services for all students, including in every secondary school a team of counselors and advisors. And the teachers have flex time and support all the students, also the VPs, the principal, the safe school specialist. There's a whole network, a whole team of people supporting the students. But for international students specifically, I have an office at the school district, and we have a team of people that are focused on looking after the international students, all the administrative work, and then in the actual school we have an international student assistant in every secondary school, and their job is primarily just to look out for international students. So they have an office there, and international students can go to them anytime they need anything. Whether that's making a claim on their medical insurance, or trying to figure out how to get somewhere, or join a club, or if they're confused about who to talk to for a certain question. The international student assistant is that frontline person who will always make sure they are okay and direct them to the person that they can talk to or answer their questions, connect them with other students, and they will also make sure they are going to class and that kind of thing too. So that's a really important person. Every student who's a minor in Canada studying there without their parents are also required to have a custodian. So that's a point of contact that should be part of that service. And then students will stay with a homestay family. So this homestay family is meant to be like a home away from home, their Canadian family. They will have rules and curfews just as you would in your home in Vietnam. And they will have their own room, bed, desk, internet connection, 3 meals a day, and so that's a kind of support system there. So there's actually many different support systems for the international students, and we are there to sort of make sure they're okay and achieving their goals. Public school district, we do our best to keep our overall costs down with tuition. It's very reasonable. We do have a few scholarships that we give to each school to give to their top international students. And as I mentioned before, our top international students always win scholarships are awarded scholarships from large universities. So we have a very good track record of the graduating students getting scholarships. We also, as I mentioned, have the advanced placement program, a very large advanced placement program. So while it's not a scholarship, students in that top tier of academics that are taking AP courses, if they're doing well in the AP course and score 4 or 5 on that course, they can get university credit for that. Now, we don't charge any extra for the AP program or an AP course, but they can get university credit for it. So that is, in a way, like a scholarship. So students would usually do that in grade 12, sometimes grade 11. So those are the things that we try to do to help students. So I would like to say to our Vietnamese parents and students that you are very welcome at the Burnaby School District. We would love to have you, and we will help you achieve success in Canada. So, cảm ơn, thank you for listening, and if you have more questions, please come speak to our representative here in Vietnam, in Ho Chi Minh City, in Hanoi, in Da Nang, Canadian Education International. Thank you.